lifestyle before you pick your career?
Ooh, this one is good. This one is good. It makes sense. Let me tell you why. I say this all the time as a recruiter, in HR, and now as a career coach. Most people pick their career because of these factors, but they should really think, will this help me live a life that I love? Let me give you an example. Let's say you're an expert at sales. You know how to close deals, you know how to talk people up, all of those things. But if you don't want a life that gets you out of your comfort zone every single day, and you have pressure from your boss about a sales quota and all these other factors that come involved with it, if you don't want that life, even though you're the best salesman, you're gonna hate your life. So the first step in you building out your ideal career is you building out your ideal life. What do you want it to look like? How much money do you want slash need? What are the things that you want to be involved with? Once you have that mapped out, that is the life that you want to live. Now you want to pick a role, a career that's gonna help you go get that. And here are some suggestions for me about if you value this, you'll probably enjoy a career like that. Okay?
Yeah, career
Good
and
luck.
side hustles. All right. So do you agree? Do you find flaw with his logic?
Yeah, that's a hugely flawed argument. That's great, like 20 years ago when you're 18, but at what point do you actually start to plan your life? That's subjective to how much you know about the world. So I mean, it sounds good. I give them that. It definitely sounds good, but that's not a realistic thing to do. Because even when you're 18, no one at 18 truly knows what they want to do. They just know that the opportunities that they have at 18 can lead somewhere. But, as we've seen, just because you get a degree, just because you get, that certification, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll be able to just get a job in that field. So, uh, not saying there's, I'm not saying there's no right answer, but um, you need to plan your life at a stage where you can currently be comfortable with your current life. If your life went exactly the same way that it's going today, what would you like to change about it? Start there, and then that'll help you build a foundation as to what you actually want to do with your role, with the rest of your life, anyway. Yeah. What about you? What do you think?
I agree.
Oh.
I agree. I mean, there's one comment that's like, yeah, it would work if we didn't have to pick our careers at 15. They ask what you want to do since you're 3 years old, as soon as you can talk.
Pretty much.
And then when you get high school, they really want to know. And they want you to be serious. And it's still like, I haven't experienced life. I haven't worked. Some people have, but even still, it's probably something remedial.
Right.
If your parents don't have something, or a family member doesn't have something that you volunteer every summer, or you go work at the ranch that they own or something like that, you're not going to have any direction. Um, my high school didn't even have us take aptitude tests or anything like that.
Oh, wow.
Which could have been something.
Yeah.
I remember they did it in elementary school.
I was about to say, I don't remember doing it in high school. Yeah. I remember doing it in elementary.
But just like, I guess for shits and giggles. But like,
pretty much.
We're supposed to really know. Really know what college, supposed to really know. And it's just like, it's a nice thought to be like, yeah, I want to be free. And then you're like, okay, I guess I'll be an entrepreneur.
I feel like everyone's dream is to get money as easy as possible and have as much time as possible to spend on their hobbies and their interests.
I think a lot of people, but there's a lot of people still going in for medical, for legal, for
yeah, that's true, because
finance,
you do want to help the world,
tech.
And you want to heal with your gifts or what have you. So
yeah, there's not a lot of freedom in medical. You can turn it into freedom,
and that's what I'm saying. I just feel like from the nurses and doctors that I've seen, none of them look like they wouldn't turn down like $5 million to leave and never come back. Yeah. I haven't seen too many doctors that just thoroughly enjoy everything about their job. Nurses even less. So I mean, I think the best advice you could ever give somebody when it comes to determining a career or even life in general is make sure it's your decision. Make sure you have full comprehension of what you want to do, and make sure it's your decision, because you can definitely succeed at something that you don't even love, something that you don't even like, something that you don't even want to be a part of. But what builds character, what builds growth is that I know this is what life is meant for me to do. So no matter what I'm going through, I'm going to continue. I guess it's like finding your purpose. But that's hard to do at 18, so or even at 14 when you know.
Yeah, then you're impossible.
Yeah, so okay.
There's a lot of things life doesn't end at 18, 30, 40. Like You know, there was, I don't remember, I think she was a model or something. She was older. And she had an interview and she was talking about how, like, you had different passions throughout life. You know, you might start off in nursing, and then by the time you're 40, you're like, maybe you saved up enough, and you're like, you know what, I really just want to travel right or something. That's still a thing. And then you do that, and then you realize, oh, I love to cook, and then you do that. So it's just not getting so rigid, because I think it's just so easy to feel like you have to figure out your purpose. You have to figure out your career. You have to work in that career forever.
Life's passing you by. You ain't doing nothing anyway. You know?
So, yeah, but it's a nice thought. It's a nice thought to think of your lifestyle. Maybe the younger kids see having social media and the internet can definitely kind of see what a lifestyle would bring for markets that they're interested in possibly going into in the future.
Realistic.
Right. But if someone doesn't tell you to look those things up, you're going to fall into the same trap the rest of us did, which is just like, whatever, you know, whatever you like. And then it's like, yeah, you can't get a job if you major in philosophy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like,
You can teach it so you can scam other people. But
you gotta get like masters to teach a lot of times. So it's
and
just
that's a scam.
colleges.